Okay. Oh God. Okay. Oh, God, it's falling apart. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of the Kitchen and Jorn Show. It's the Jen Show. I'm Jorn. I'm in a kitchen, but you may have noticed Kitchen is not here. She's not here, she's not on set, she's not in this apartment, she's not even in this city. What's happening? Well, Kristin and her wife are out of town because Brie just got bodycon surgery. And that is super exciting and super amazing, but there was they have some recovery days to go through, and as a result, it's me. So, what am I doing today? Kristin and Brie are not here, and I thought for this video, as a fun little challenge, that I would make them a very special treat for when they return. And the treat I am making is I'm gonna make a boob-shaped cake. I'm gonna make a boob cake to celebrate Brie's surgeries. I'm gonna make it really cool. I got cake mix because I'm not gonna make the cake from scratch because that's too crazy, but I also have a bunch of decoration stuff. So I have fondant, I have icing, I have all of this cool stuff. I got marshmallows. I'm gonna be able to make this cake hopefully really look like titties. And so the two box cakes that I got were one, this cinnamon toast crunch cake, and then I also got this super moist chocolate fudge cake. So what I've decided, the reason I have two different cake mixes is because one of the cakes is going to be the base of the cake, and then the other cake I'm going to cut and shape into the breast. I think it's gonna be really awesome. I think it's gonna be pretty easy. The baking part is not gonna be hard. The difficult thing is gonna be decorating the cake so that it looks like boobies and that Brie and Kristin like it and appreciate it and feel loved. So that is the goal. I am gonna start with the fudge cake. We're gonna bake both cakes at the same time, but I only have one mixer, so we're gonna start. Oh, I wish Kristin was here. This is the cake mix. Cake mix in the bowl, 1 cup of water. Great. Half a cup of canola oil. 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. Great. Was it done? Well, who's to say? Amazing. So you're gonna grease the pan. I have this cake pan. I don't really know how big it is, and also I think I kind of broke it, but I don't know. We're gonna make it work because I only have 2, and I need 2 cake pans, 2 cakes. Grease it. Yep. Oh, I'm not gonna eat the butter. Okay. The parchment paper is going in the cake pan because this isn't actually a working cake tin. Because this is the cake that's going to be boobs, it's okay if it doesn't look that good because it's gonna get covered in fondant anyway. Take your chocolate cake mix and pour it directly into the cake pan. All right, easier than I thought it would be. I hate to say it, everybody, but this is cake number 1. We're gonna take this bad boy, pop his ass off to the side until it's time for his friend. 1 cake is panned. I'm gonna pan my second cake and then they're both going in the oven. Kristin is calling you right now. Hold on, I'll put her on speakerphone. Hi, Kristin, we're rolling. You're on speakerphone.
Okay, well the question I had for you is how much of that greenie did you give Dustin?
I gave him half of it.
Okay, so you gotta give him a quarter.
I don't think he vomited because he tried to eat it immediately as soon as he saw it. The greenie was not fully digested and I watched him chew his, and then Betty was swallowing hers whole.
I'm just saying, just in general, you gotta give Dustin a quarter of that greenie.
In general, yeah, that's fine, but I'm just saying, I don't think my dog was the one that threw up on your carpet. I think it was your dog.
Oh my God, I'm going now, bye!
Bye, telemarketer. All right, so I'm gay. Obviously the chocolate cake, and this is the cinnamon cake. So this is a cake pan I have that is not broken. So this one is gonna be the base of the cake. So we are gonna butter the sides, keep it all buttery. For the cinnamon toast crunch cake, it is basically the same exact process as the chocolate cake. I'm gonna put the cake mix in here. I'm gonna put a cup of water, I'm gonna put half a cup of vegetable oil and 3 eggs. Woo, wow, that is cinnamon sugary. Cup of water. Okay, half a cup of oil, 3 eggs. Gives a it's protein. The shell is good for you. I have my eggs, I have my water, I have my cake mix, I have my oil, and so we're gonna mix this bad boy up. Looks good. Speed it up, you know. Yummy. All right, so this is the cinnamon toast crunch cake mix. I am going to apply it lovingly to this cake tin. Okay, both of these cakes are gonna go into the oven for 24 minutes. Cake 1 in the oven, cake 2 in the oven. And now it's time to decorate. As you've noticed, Kristin is still not here, and I'll prove it to you. Kristin? So as you guys know, I'm making a boob cake. So let me get you both cakes so you can get an idea of how they turned out. This is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cake. Pretty nice bake. And this is the chocolate cake. Now this is the cake that I'm gonna be cutting and molding into the shape of the boobs and covering with fondant. I will be putting the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cake away for safekeeping. The thing about this cake is I baked it in not really a cake pan. So unleash that. See this little bowl? My titty bowl. And I can tell because 1, 2. Okay, so here's my plan. Cut out 2 boob-shaped pieces of this chocolate cake. This is the first boob. All right, so the second boob is gonna be a little bit harder because I didn't have enough cake to make it a full round, but that's okay. All right, second boob. I have 2 mounds. I'm gonna cover each boob with fondant. This is fondant. I got it from the grocery store. It is a marshmallow-like material that covers cakes and makes it easier to decorate them and add shape. There's a lot of this fondant, and according to the box, I'm supposed to knead it and then roll it out. Okay, let's take about half of this maybe, or a quarter of this fondant. Kneading the fondant. Let's roll it out. So as I'm doing this, I thought I would talk a little bit why I decided to make a boob cake for Kristin and Brie. It's because titties are relevant to everything, and also because it seemed fun. Now that I'm doing it, I'm like, have I ever seen a breast? Like, do I even know what a breast looks like? Because what the hell am I doing? Okay. All right, so you want to get the fondant really thin because you don't want it to be, if it's too thick, it's kind of hard for people to bite through. I have my fondant. I'm gonna take one of my titty cakes and placing it over the fondant. And I'm just gonna gently stretch the fondant so that it covers the cake. It's kind of like a dumpling. I've sort of used the fondant to make a dumpling around this cake. Now that the fondant is sealed, I am going to cut off the excess, and I'm going to use my hands to gently mold a smoother titty. Put this boobie right over here. Voila. So, time to make boobie number 2 for my boobie cake. Most people, I feel like on cake TV shows, are always like, fondant is gross. But this isn't so bad, actually. I'm gonna take my second piece of boob cake, very delicately lift it onto the fondant. If it's a little bit messy and doesn't totally look smooth, that's also okay, because this is a cake, not an actual breast augmentation. I am not your doctor. And voila, we have 2 fondant cake boobies. So these are gonna form the boobs of my cake. As you've noticed, they are a creamy white color, and nobody has skin this color, so that's not working. But I got this caramel latte, you know? It's kind of a beige brown. It's kind of my skin tone. Maybe these are my boobs. Maybe these are just sort of a more natural, like honey skin tone. And I'm gonna cover the boobs with this frosting, and I'm also gonna decorate them. So I'm gonna give the boobs a more natural hue. And this will also cover up all the imperfections from the fondant. Here we go. And I think caramel frosting with white fondant and chocolate cake actually will taste pretty good. All right, so I've made my 2 skin-colored boobs. We're gonna take the second cake, remove the cake pan, and then alley-oop. Oh, you didn't even notice. So this is the base of the cake. My thoughts for this cake. So the boobs are gonna be skin tone color. I would like to make the top of this cake covered in pink, attach the frosting to the bottom, and then say, congrats, boob on the top. Keep in mind the cakes have completely cooled, so we can frost them and we don't have to worry about the frosting melting. This is a strawberry creamy supreme frosting, which I'm sure is gonna go really well with a cinnamon cake. So you wanna spread the frosting on, and you wanna try and spread it as evenly as possible, obviously. Knowing my personality, I don't think it's gonna be that even. I just don't see a world in which I pull that off. But weirdly, it's actually not going that poorly. I'm kind of surprised, but okay. Now I'm gonna continue to spread the frosting along the sides of the cake. Nope, no, doggies, nope, don't eat that. Okay, so there's a little bit of pink frosting on the floor. We have my first cake boobie, and I am gonna gently put it right here. Oh no! Okay, oh god, okay, it's falling apart. I'm gonna take this. The second one. That's great. This actually, I think this is stable. I've placed the boobs. So now I'm just gonna do a final little bit of blending just to cover up the last bits of white fondant that are sort of making themselves known. Okay, they're a little bit uneven in size, but that actually is great because that's true to real life. Who here does not have a boobie that towers over the other one? Bam, writing icing. I am gonna write congrats, and then I'm gonna write boob. And then as the final little piece de resistance, I have marshmallows, and then I'm putting these teeny little red dots. They don't really look like boobs so much as they look like eyes. It kind of looks like the cake is watching you. Ah, boobs! All right, this is my boob cake. Something tells me it's not gonna last long in storage, but I wanna believe. So this is it. Next time you see this cake, Kristin and Brie will be trying it.
We've been told that there is something waiting for us at home. I don't know what that means. Like a secret or like a bill? Something. We're gonna go check it out. Okay, bye. Something apparently is in our fridge. What? Why is there a pair of boobs in our fridge?
I thought it was a face.
Brie, you thought it was a face?
Yeah.
It's not, it's two titties. Okay?
That's vulgar.
Sorry, two breasticles.
There we go.
Jay came over, we're gonna try this boob cake that showed up in our fridge.
Yeah, and you know what? After a day and a half of sitting in the fridge,
Wow.
did it keep well?
Brie thought it was a face.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like a face. Honestly, it probably has to be a face for us not to get demonetized.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give everybody a little taste of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cake.
Okay,
Here, Kristin, try
thank you.
this.
Okay, I'm gonna eat this cake. Cinnamon Toast Crunch boob cake.
Yeah, the flavors are a bit weird.
I like the frosting.
I like it.
You do?
I do.
Well, it's for you. It's for your boobs, so.
Wait, let's try the fondant chocolate. I think that's gonna be
Yeah.
awful.
Oh god,
Oh,
there's
ooh.
fondant? Fondant's nasty.
The fondant's pretty gross, but the chocolate's okay.
I wouldn't say it's sweet.
Yeah.
Well, there's certainly sugar in there.
There's certainly sugar in it. Here's the thing about fondant, okay? Fondant actually isn't meant to be eaten. It's
God.
it's meant for decor.
Here's what I will say. Brie, your boobs look great.
Right?
All right, love you both.
I love you.
Bye.
I love you so much. Thank you for making us a cake. Honestly, when we got home, Jen came and helped us set up our house and helped us unpack and helped us like clean out the fridge and like helped us get groceries and did all these nice stuff for us. So
Yeah.
it's
Truly, Jen is a hero.
yeah. So we should say that.
I'm all right.
And then she also made this cake. Bye. New videos every Friday.